welcome to this week's edition of the Loco Builder. This week we are looking at a product review, and it's the Proxxon bench drill machine TBM220. Now this is a fantastic piece of kit that I've had now for approximately 6 months. As you can see from the box there, it isn't brand new. I wanted to fully test it and to use it properly before I actually reviewed it with you. So let's go ahead and have a look at some of the features of the Proxxon bench drill. Included in the box you get a set of collets, a 3-pin plug, the base, and of course the drill unit itself. Starting at the top of the drill then, we have the handle for actually operating the drill mechanism itself. A very nice smooth design, feels chunky, it feels quality, very nice, very steady indeed. Turning the drill round to the other side now, we can see the first of our technical details. There are actually 3 speeds that you can operate the drill at. The fastest speed is 8,500 RPM, the second is 4,700 RPM, and the third is 1,800 RPM. The 1,800 RPM gives quite a lot of torque, so it's useful for going through materials like metal. I've used that one quite a lot. And to adjust the settings, it's quite simple. You simply unscrew the cap like so. Remove that. Inside you have a belt, and you simply move this up or down depending on what speed you want it on. So for example here you can see on the picture the middle one and the middle one give you 4,700. At the moment I've got it on 1,800, which is small and large. Nice tight fit on there. I've had no problems with slippage or anything else like that. It's a nice clean mechanism inside, nothing really to go wrong, and I'm sure you can get replacement belts should you require. So staying on this side of the machine then, you can see the adjustable depth gauge. This is a really useful thing if you want to drill consistently deep holes in wood. So here I've just set this to about 30mm, and when I operate the drill handle, this is mechanically locked at 30mm, so I cannot physically go any deeper than that I've set it to. Just to illustrate the point, if I set this down to around about 10mm, just by adjusting the sliding scale like that, I now get much less drill travel, and I'm now drilling a hole approximately 10mm deep. So that's really useful for getting excellent consistent results in any wood or metal cuts that you're making. Moving on now to the actual drilling area of the drill itself and where we attach the drill bits, you can see that we simply have a rotating collar like so. So in order to attach the drill bit, you simply unscrew that first of all, which is nice and easy to do. Put that to one side, and then you can see that we have our collets here, and they're included with the set itself. So we get 1, 1.5, 2, 2.4, 3 and 3.2mm collets, and you can see that they're the good quality 3-way collet instead of the easier to manufacture 4-way collet. 3-way collet ensures that the drill bit is actually centered within the collet itself. So simply to attach the drill bit, we take one of our collets like so, pop it inside the collar, insert over the screw thread, and screw up. Obviously we'd have a drill bit in there, but it's very, very easy indeed to attach the drill bits. The base of the machine itself is very nicely cast. It's nice and solid. There are 2 fixing holes here at the back of the machine. I would certainly recommend that if you can, you mount it to your workbench tabletop. There's also a hole here to receive the drill bit itself when you bring down the top of the drill. And most importantly, there's also a sliding scale here, which is graduated in centimetres and millimetres. You simply tighten it up like so, although one thing is that there is a very slight amount of play in that sliding bar, so you just want to be careful if you're relying on that to get your positioning for your cuts, so that you get it just right. There's also 2 holes here, which I believe are for an additional accessory, which I'll talk about later on. Finally, looking at the back of the machine, we can see the mechanism to adjust the height of the pillar drill. The best way to do this, I found, is to support underneath like so, undo both of these, and then you're free to move the drill up and down. One strange thing that I have noticed with this though is that it can move to left and right, and although that is a flexible option, it gives you some flexibility. I don't know why you'd actually want to drill over here, for example. I don't know why you'd want to have the drill bit set so you can drill off at an angle like that. I've always had it centralised. I found it's quite easy to line up just by eye and just tighten up both of these at the back, and it's good to go. I think I would have preferred there to be some sort of bar in here to keep the drill bit central, or to keep the drill itself centralised along the axis, but I suppose some people might find a use for drilling off to one side. So before we go ahead and actually do some drilling with this thing to show you that it does actually work, let me show you a few accessories that I've got to complement it. First of all is the chuck. That's 28122. It makes changing the drill bits, a lot easier. It's simply adjustable like so, and you can see that by tightening it up, you can take any size drill bit from around 0.5 millimeter all the way up to 6 millimeters. Makes changing drill bits far quicker. I'll show you how that attaches in a moment. I also have the miniature bench vise, which is number 28132. We'll show you that in a second as well. And I also got a couple of Proxxon drill bits to go with it too. Fitting the chuck is simplicity itself. You simply unscrew the collar, put that to one side, get the chuck. It has a large screw thread inside. Screw it on, use the chuck bit to actually tighten up at the top there, and then you have your adjustable chuck ready to go like that. I use this permanently fitted to the TBM220, and I really think it improves the performance of the drill. Turning now to the miniature vise that I bought as well. It simply slots onto the adjustable bar at the front of the machine. You can slide up and down, and then you can slide left and right. You can tighten up the vise jaws like so to hold items securely, and there's also a V-groove there and there as well, so you can cut round items and hold those securely in the jaws as well. I use this an awful lot. It enables you to get much more accurate cuts. We'll have a look at this in action, but it's something that I think is vital to the accurate operation of the drill. Again, there is a small amount of play, so if you're an engineer and you're looking for absolute precision, then something that may be of interest to you might be the micro compound table, which is KT70. 27100 is the part number for that, and that gives you an adjustable table with actual miniature wheels that adjust left and right, so you can get really fine control. And I believe that it attaches into these two holes here. Let's now switch on the drill and see how we get on. I've switched on the drill, adjusted everything correctly. The front stop bar is set. I've got a 3.2mm drill bit in there, and I've also set the depth gauge to 10mm. I've got a scrap piece of wood here. Turn on the drill. As you can hear, it's quite quiet. And drill. The mechanical depth gauge stopped the drill bit there, so it went down to 10mm. With a sharp drill bit, that went through there like a knife through butter, and we have a clean, accurate cut. And any material, metal, wood, plastic, with good drill bits, this makes clean, accurate cuts, so it's ideal for all of your projects. So that completes my review then of the Proxxon TBM220 drilling machine. Overall, I think it's a really fantastic piece of kit. It's clearly good quality. It's not cheap, it's £185 or thereabouts. The accessories are obviously extra, but in this case I really do feel you get what you pay for. There are cheaper alternatives out there, but I would suggest that they are sloppier, they have more play, and you'll get less accurate results. For me, this is a fantastic piece of equipment for using for my model railways. It would also be equally useful if you did miniature woodworking, for example building dolls' houses, or maybe even jewellery as well. If you're a micro engineer and you want real state-of-the-art accuracy, then this may have a little bit too much play for you. In that case, you might want to go for a slightly better quality model. Obviously you'd spend more money on that, but for most modelling applications I think this is really good. The one strange thing that I find is the left to right rotation of the drill mechanism itself, as I showed you earlier, but overall I can't really fault the product. It's fun to use, it's easy to use, it gives you accuracy, and it really speeds up your work as well. I've thoroughly enjoyed using it, and I'll be using it for many more years to come, I'm sure. I hope you found that review enjoyable. If you have any questions or if you've got any comments, please don't hesitate to ask. But this week, enjoy your modelling, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.